Hi everyone, it's Evil Bob back with another tutorial. If you are a medium level account and you want to get into bossing, one of the first recommendations is to complete Barrows. This is because it's quite a simple set of bosses with some simple mechanics with a nice entrance into how bossing works, and it's also going to make you a healthy profit on the side while you learn it. So yeah, if you're looking to learn Barrows, stick around and I'll show you how it's done. So the format of this guide and what I'm going to cover is the following. So I'm going to go over the requirements, the useful plugins, some recommended stats, some recommended gear, how you're going to get to Barrows, and then at the end I'm going to show you an example run just so you understand how it works. So the only hard requirements to enter the Barrows minigame is the Priest in Peril quest. This is going to allow you to enter Mauritania. So there is one recommended plugin available on the plugin hub on Rune Light, and it's called Barrows Brothers. What this is going to do is it's going to allow you to solve the puzzle at the end really easily by showing you the solution. It's also going to give you a countdown to when your prayer drain is going to occur, and I'll cover that a bit later on. It's also going to keep track of the bosses that you've killed, just for a bit of information. And finally, on the minimap, it's going to give you the locations of the bosses, just to give you a bit of information while you're doing the boss fight. So when you're doing Barrows, I would recommend the following stats. It's going to be possible to do them at lower levels, but I think you'd be better off spending your time getting your stats to these levels before you try, as without them, it's just going to take you a long time to get the kills. First, I'd recommend 60 attack, so you can make use of the Dragon Dagger special attack, 60 strength for efficiency, 60 defense in case your prayers run out, 60 magic, and this is going to be important because you're going to be using it on the majority of the bosses. 43 prayer, so you can make use of the protection prayers, which are going to negate virtually all of the damage that you're going to take during the game. And a nice to have is 50 agility, but don't worry too much about that. If you've not got it, it's a bonus. It's just going to increase your stamina. So up on screen now is the recommended equipment from best to the okay equipment. It's alright if you mix and match the equipment, just use what you've got available from the selection here. Where it says NA, that just means that there isn't really a suitable replacement for it, so just use the upper tier of the item if you've got it available to you. So for example, the Ring of Dueling, you're going to need that in all the loadouts, just for teleporting out. And we're going to be taking an Ava's device, even though we're not using any range. This is just in case that you run out of prayer and you need the range defense against Carol during the fight. So in your inventory, and this might vary depending on what loadout you're going to be using, but generally you're going to need 1 stamina pot, 1 super combat, 4 prayer potions, a defender, a decent slash weapon, a magic potion, runes if you need them for a spell, a spade, a Barrows teleport from the Grand Exchange, some form of special attack weapon like a Dragon Dagger. You don't actually need it, but it will help you in your efficiency. And then you're going to fill up on high level food, leaving about 4 spaces. What I will say is, as you learn the Barrows, you're going to change your inventory as you're learning. Every account's different. You may need a few more prayer potions, you may need a bit more food. More likely you're going to need more prayer potions because you're going to be using prayer rather than food. So to get to and from Barrows, we're going to be using the Barrows teletab from the Grand Exchange to get there. And once you've completed your run, you're going to use the Ring of Dueling to teleport to the Ferox Enclave. Now we're going to teleport to the Ferox Enclave because there's a rejuvenation pool which allows you to restore all of your stats and restock all of your equipment because there's a bank there, and then you can re-teleport back to the Barrows. So the boss or bosses you're going to be fighting are the 6 Barrows Brothers. Each brother is located in a crypt which you have to use a spade to dig and get down to them. Going through the brothers, you've got Arim, who's weak to melee and uses magic, so you need to protect from Major when fighting against him. Darok, Torag and Guthan all use melee, but they're weak to magic, so you're going to be protecting from melee against them, but using your magic spells. Carol uses range, so protect from missiles and use magic on him. And finally Varak, he uses melee, but is weak to magic, so you're going to be protecting from melee and using magic against him. But an important thing to remember with Varak is that he can hit through your prayers, so just be mindful of that and make sure you've got enough food for the fight. So how it all works is you've basically got 7 separate activities before you get your reward. Once you teleport to Barrows, you're going to see 6 hills. You then need to run on top of one of the hills and dig down with your spade. You're going to be taken underground, and in each room there's going to be a sarcophagus, which may contain a brother or a hidden tunnel. As soon as you click the sarcophagus, the brothers are going to appear, so make sure before you click you've got your prayers enabled. Go through each of the hills, killing each of the brothers, and if you do discover a hidden tunnel, just leave it until you've killed all of the brothers. Once you've killed all the brothers, you then need to go back to your hidden tunnel, enter it, and you're going to find yourself in a maze. In the maze, it's going to be full of aggressive NPCs. So what you need to do now is gain points or percentages as it's displayed by killing these NPCs. And what this does, it increases your chance at better loot. However, there is a strange mechanic to remember. You want to cap yourself at 86% of the points in the tunnels, as this removes your chance of rolling lesser valued rewards like bolt racks and half keys. but it's going to increase your average value of stuff like runes, and overall, by doing that, you will increase the value of your rewards. So you can get the optimal percentage by killing the quantity of NPCs on the screen now. However, it can be difficult because the NPCs are aggressive and they don't leave you alone, so aim for around 86%. If you get around it, that's fine. So while you're in the maze, the last brother might appear at any point, but if he doesn't, once you get to the center and open the chest, this is when he's going to appear. What you've also got to remember is while you're running around in the tunnels, your prayer is going to be draining. So you may be wondering about the maze itself. You can't really go wrong. You can only click through the doors that you're allowed to click through. The rest of them you're not going to be able to open. So just keep clicking through the right doors until you get to the center. Once you get to the center, open the chest for your reward. And if the Barrows brother appears, just get rid of him. Once you've killed him and claimed your reward, teleport out to the Ferox Enclave, use the rejuvenation pool, and head back. So there's a couple of mechanics that you're going to face during the fight. Not so much the bosses themselves, it's the environment that gives you the mechanics. So the first mechanic you're going to face while fighting the brothers is the prayer drain. So what's going to happen is while you're underground, every 18 seconds a brother's face will appear on your screen. This is going to drain your prayer points starting at 8 points and increasing for every brother killed. And it's going to max out at 14 prayer points every 18 seconds once you've killed all 5 brothers. The Barrows Brothers plugin is going to give you a counter in the top left hand corner of your screen, so it's going to let you know when the prayer drain is going to occur. So just make sure that you keep on top of your prayer pots. The second mechanic you're going to face is before the Barrows chest. It's the door puzzle. Now the Runelight plugin again is going to give you the answer to this, so just click the correct tile. And the final mechanic is the points, which we've already covered. So what I'm going to do now is I'll bring up an example of me going through the Barrows and just showing you how I completed it basically. So this is an example run, just for your reference. So we're going to go ahead and teleport to Barrows. We're going to see in front of us 6 hills. We're going to click on top of one of the hills to be taken into one of the underground areas. So this one I start off with Darrock. So we search the sarcophagus and Darrock appears. Make sure you've enabled your prayers before you press search, using magic against him. Once you've killed the first brother, head back out. So we're going towards Arim's area now. So because it's Arim, we want to use melee and protect from magic. This is where you can use your Dragon Dagger special attack, just to get through the fight a bit quicker. And that on screen is the prayer drain, so just remember to keep an eye on your prayer levels. This is Guthan, so we're praying melee and attacking with magic. Again, another prayer drain. As the fights go on and as you kill more brothers, your prayer drain increases. Disable your prayers, head back up. So we're heading over to Carol now, so we're going to make sure that we pray range and attack with magic. So if we head to Torag now, make sure we keep on top of our prayers, dig down and search the sarcophagus. In this one we found the tunnel, so we head back out to kill the final brother, before entering back into the sarcophagus hidden tunnel area. So remember Varak, he can hit through prayer, as you can see. Not massive hits, but if you're running low on food, just be aware of this. So once he's dead, we head back up top towards the hidden tunnel. So yes, we want to enter the tunnel. So I'll bring the optimal way to get the points up on screen again for you, so you've got a bit of an idea. So this time I killed 2 skeletons and a bloodworm. And like I said, you can only really go one way. The correct way the doors will open. So just remember that it is still going to drain your prayers while you're down here. And the boss can appear at any time, the final brother that you need to fight. Which I believe he does so after I open this door, and he does, so we just get rid of him. So there, I didn't actually see the skeleton, believe it or not. So, kill the final skeleton, and then we go to open the door to the final chest. As you'll see on screen, the puzzle comes up, but the RuneLite plugin gives me the answer. You can then open the chest and search the chest, make sure to do that. Get your rewards, and you can teleport back to the Barrows Enclave to use the rejuvenation pool to restore all your stats, and head back to the Barrows if you want to. What you can do, you could stay at the Barrows if you've got enough supplies left, but in this case, as it was just an example run, I thought I'd show you the Barrows Enclave. And that's it really, that's Barrows. If you found this guide helpful, please do like and subscribe. If you click the notifications button, you will get notified if I go live on YouTube. I stream on Twitch Mondays and Tuesdays at 7 PM UK time. So yeah, that's it. See ya.